Great. Now sit straight. You will actually experience the vibration happening in your Hara center. Just right below your navel center, you will actually experience that intense energy coming directly from there. Means when you command, you will experience the command coming from the bottom of your belly. Like you literally experience such deep, strong power just manifesting in you. Understand that means you're manifesting correctly. It's happening the right way. Bring your complete awareness to your Hara center. Chant the Mahavakya. Connect to Swamiji. Now, consciously will for the object in front of you, the device in front of you to unlock. All of you sit now. You will first see suddenly phone will just turn on its own. You will see all of it happening. It is all manifestation only. It's all a byproduct of a manifestation. From there, you will see actually the phone will even get unlocked itself. Sincerely sit. I request all of you to start manifesting.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yeah, don't worry. See, there's nothing like that. Actually, I'll tell you one thing. If you really intensely manifest powers, I'll give you one simple technique to instantly wake you up. Just sit, bring your complete awareness to your third eye. Okay? Just put your complete the gaze on the third eye. Instant, it's the power actually. Just put close and put your awareness into the third eye, you'll suddenly feel fresh. Because you said you're feeling a little sleepy, I'm telling you. Just sit, connect to Swamiji and understand. Remember Swamiji's form in Darshan today. All Kundalini energy, all the circuit, everything will open up. Not just Hara Center. Third eye, all circuit will open up in you. And sit and manifest. That's all. Come on, just decide and do it. Robert Ramaya, manifest. Rasik Patelaya and Ma Mahima, both of you also, if you have the Jnananjana, apply it on both the points. Have you already applied it? Put it on both the sides, the Jnananjana. Patelaya. Okay. And if you have the Kristashila, right? The granite slab, place the phone on the granite slab and manifest.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I request all of you to sit straight. Milindaya, Atmalinga is one. Keep the phone itself and manifest with it. Atmalinga is okay. That's okay. That's fine. Keep the phone and manifest. Keep the phone with you and manifest. In front of you. Keep the phone in front of you and manifest.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
You to sincerely manifest, chant the Mahavakya.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
A decision you'll experience, it is coming directly from your Hara center, from the bottom of your belly.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. 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 Paramashivoham.
All of you can relax slowly. Now, we're going to be entering into a very, very beautiful session next, where we will be understanding about the active ego and the passive ego. Let us now listen to the revelations.
Please understand, you are given a direction. You are given a right direction. That's the right word I'll use. For your manana, contemplation, for your internalizing. You are given a conscious direction. What you are supposed to do to experience the ultimate consciousness is described in this verse. Pure consciousness is all-pervasive. Even the moment you meditate, you just know. You are something more than the body, because all-pervasiveness, the amount you can experience, only that much you can visualize. Please understand. Physical things, for example, this seat, this asana, even if you don't experience what it is made of and how it feels, you can see it. You can grasp it. But the more and more things become subtle, it's the depth of your experience, how much you feel one with it, that much only you will know it. For example, physical, I already gave the example. You don't have to become one with this seat to see this seat or to use this seat, but a mental idea. You may need to become one with that idea to grasp the emotion and context behind that idea. Spiritually, how much you experience oneness with that idea, that much only you will even understand it. If there is a thought or a poetry about love, it's a thought. The level you experience that emotion, that much only you will understand those words uttered, the thought current. Otherwise you will be like, that day I shared the story of Shiva sitting with Vandi and eating the roadside idli. One of my Swamis said the moral of the story is, even Mahadeva ate roadside idli. Eating roadside idli is not wrong. When you don't understand the emotion, this is the word, this is the meaning you will make for the words. Understand? How much you are able to grasp, that much only you will be able to experience. That's the beauty of the definition of consciousness by Upanishads. You can never make a statue out of what Upanishads declare as consciousness. You can never act as if you grasped without grasping. No. You can never make a mantra out of it. You can never form a dead ritual out of Upanishads. Any ritual you develop out of Upanishads has to be alive. I tell you, that is why Agamas are so alive. You can't make the Agamas dead. How much ever you try to kill them, again and again we will happen and make it as alive. Agamas can never be dead. Nigama means Vedas. Agama means applied Vedas. User-friendly version of Vedas. Manual, how to use Vedas, is Agama. Please understand, pure consciousness is all pervasive. Meditate on it. What is it? All pervasive. Is it ocean? No. Even water is not all pervasive. Is it air? No. Beyond the Valimandala, the air field, it's not all pervasive. Then what is the all pervasive? Space? No. Like space. Because even in our space only there are some few billion planets. But universe is much beyond few billion planets we have ever understood or imagined. Vyakta, avyakta, manifest and unmanifest. Manifested and unmanifested. Vyakta, avyakta. Manifest and unmanifest. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. Pure consciousness is all pervasive, beyond the coming and going, absolute radiant and self-effulgent, unembodied, boundaryless, whole. Listen, just if you are honestly seeing yourself, you will understand most of the time you hypnotize yourself to believe you are intense just to dump that action. Oh, I was intense, I am intense, I tried my best. With all my intensity, it's not working out, let me go to something else. Just for that, you use the word intensity. How many of you agree what I am saying? Most of your intensity is ego's delusion. All right, tell me, what is intensity? Word which has no meaning but puts you in a space as if it has meaning is delusion. I should say persistence, not intensity. I have seen people. It is persistent people who are successful, not the so-called intense people. The so-called intensity is all like emotional ups and downs. I have seen people. I have seen enough of intense people. But they will not have persistence. I've seen people saying, give me sannyas now. Intensity. Okay, I'll give you krama brahmacharya and take sannyas after 1 year. No persistence. No, then I don't want. Go. Understand, persistence makes your will into reality. Persistence is the scale of even measuring your intensity. Just intensity is nothing more than a cup of coffee. When you drink Texas size Starbucks coffee, everything will be intense. You can't sit, you can't sleep, you can't do anything, you will be just intense. Soon you will see
The biggest problem, if I force you to do tapas, hard tapas, you will have so much of ego satisfaction and feel, yes, I have to do this. Just to do the tapas, you will be stable. Because here I am doing everything, you feel bored, and you don't even have the patience for me to manifest the whole thing. Now that is where the whole problem is. I tell you, it is not that at that time people did not believe what I claim and declare I will make it into reality. They believed. But impatience is a throbhava, delusion with which they are covered. Do not allow, understand. In ordinary yoga, your struggle, your collapsing, all these are the ups and downs. When you are with the master, because you don't need to do anything, your mind creates imaginary problems. Actually, because you don't have a real problem, you are creating imaginary problems. Imaginary problems are only called delusion. Everything, from the time you wake up to till you go to bed, purifying your whole muscle memory is what Mahadeva is teaching through Charya. Kriya means the spiritual process. The spiritual process. Please understand, Agama is the only science, even though science is a small word, I am using that word. Agama is the only spiritual inner science to manifest anything you want as reality. If you want to bring God into a stone and want to make him live in that stone, there is a kriya. There is a process. If you want to heal your stomach pain, there is a kriya. There is a process. If you want to heal somebody's cancer, there is a kriya. There is a process. If you want to bring rain, there is a kriya, there is a process. If you want to stop the rain, there is a kriya, there is a process. You want to bring the sun, there is a kriya. You want to stop the sun, there is a kriya. Everything. Everything. You can achieve it through the certain kriyas, processes. You may not do all the kriyas, but knowing that science and few kriyas helps you to manifest the reality as you wanted. To manifest the reality as you wanted. To awaken completion in you, to awaken strength in you, to awaken joy in you,
to awaken respect for yourself in you. That's one of the best thing Mahadeva does in Agama. He helps you to manifest so many wonderful powers. Anybody who practices Agama develops tremendous respect for themselves, about themselves. It's not ego. Ego will always be based on powerlessness. Respect will be always, self-respect will always be based on powerfulness. Every time when a problem comes in front of me, I only become more powerful by learning and expressing the method and solving it.
Legitimacy of the universe, legitimacy of your existence. Understand, legitimacy of the universe is devotion. Legitimacy of your existence is self-respect, self-confidence. Legitimacy of the universe and legitimacy of your existence becomes your reality in Advaita. After that, you can play any game. Dvaita, Visishtadvaita, Visishtadvaita, Advaita, Dvaita, Visishtadvaita, no problem. You can create even your own Vaita, no problem. Advaita will give you legitimate answers about the existence and you. Will bring legitimacy to your existence. Kids need to be brought up with the foundation of Advaita. Advaita grounds you. It just grounds you. I tell you. Ground yourself in Advaita. No one can cheat you or exploit you. Upanishad should be taught in all schools. The fundamental truths of Upanishads. A kid, whether he wants just a candy or he is thinking of his future vision, everything he should be grounded on Advaita and cherish and plan. He will be amazingly grounded, I tell you. Advaita makes you loved and wanted with this existence. It will make you feel you are wanted, you are loved, you are cherished. You have a legitimate right to exist. Because you are still able to feel you exist, you are wanted to be exist. If you still feel you exist, your existence is wanted and celebrated. I tell you, the most important thing a child should have is getting grounded on the existence, the legitimacy of his existence. You see, A child, when he goes through a physical maturity, the biggest thing he will go through, that kid, male or female, will go through is, why am I alive? What is my purpose? Why am I existing? What am I going to do? This why. Understand that why cannot be answered by one answer. That can only be answered by something with which the child grinds himself or herself. I've seen in villages, to make the grinding stone smooth, they will put a tawd in them. I don't know what is the English word. Husk and the lemon juice, they will pour it. And tell the kids only have to sit and grind. To make the grinding stone smooth, if they buy new grinding stone from the shop, it will have the small sharp edges. To clean that up, so that it will not get into our food and get into the stomach, they will ask the kids to clean it up. They will put the husk and lemon juice, and we will have to be sitting and grinding it for morning till night. So all that sharp edges of that grinding machine will be cleared. It will become smooth, and then they will throw this away, clean it up, and then they will start using for all the cooking or the grinding the food items. Same way, system should be ground with the ideas of oneness, truth, Advaita, Satya. Especially when a child goes through that adolescence, constantly inner thought currents should be all about his existence is legitimate. Understand? If a child is grounded during the adolescence, he will be such a blessing for the world, because he will go on be teaching to the world, you are all grounded, you are all needed, you are all existence, you are all celebrated, you are all welcome. He will be manifesting that Shaktipada. Understand, during the adolescence, if he is given the terrorist ideas, over. All the terrorist manuals teach you don't have a right to exist. You are whatever. You don't have a right to exist. Your existence is a curse on you. Your existence is from the sin. Your existence is from something wrong. Then you are uprooted, frustrated. You are not even accepted by you. So you wait for everyone's acceptance to accept you. That is the fundamental way of keeping a man slave. Anyone who waits for others' acceptance to accept himself is hooked to the greed. Over. Now you have a slave. Society has one more slave. Whoever understands the legitimacy of your existence, you don't need, see, I am not saying do something antisocial, no. But social acceptance is not required for your legitimacy of your existence.
Swamiji revealed such a beautiful truth. Understanding the active ego and passive ego that we carry inside of us. Can I ask each of you to differentiate between the two? Can I request each of you to post what you understand as active ego versus what you understand as passive ego? Take a few minutes and just post. What Swamiji was saying is such a powerful and important truth. Understanding about active ego. It is not just, see, we always take it to either of the extremes, right? We say, oh, all right, let it be. If it is, always talking about great about ourselves is it's something wrong. So let me just try to be very shy, timid. Swamiji tells both are wrong. Understand, trying to play as if you're not confident. It is passive ego. And that will always make it even more risky, even more dangerous. At least active ego, you can very easily catch it. But passive ego, you will not even know it is there, but it will just be there, and you will not even be able to relieve yourself from it. All of us have this inside of us. Just see and identify what is the active ego and what is the passive ego in you. Many times we think, if if someone praises me, if I accept something, and if I'm telling I'm great, it is active ego. So what do? We immediately try to go and say, oh, I'm not so, you don't need to tell all this, and I'm fine, it's okay, I'm not so great. Understand, Somji tells, the real egolessness is having the inner image that you are Paramashiva, the highest identity. We all think it was like such a, the whole truth was so unique for me when Swamiji said, ego is not thinking high about yourself. Ego is you being in powerless delusion, thinking yourself anything lesser than Paramashiva is ego. As long as you think you are something different from Paramashiva, you are entertaining your individual ego. Just understanding that you are Paramashiva, with that one cognition when you operate, your whole life, the way it manifests for you, will completely change. Are you all understanding? Now, with this understanding, let us all enter into a very, very beautiful session where Swamiji is going to be explaining to us the logic of power manifestation. What exactly is the science of power manifestation? How do we manifest powers? See, whether you think I am great because I'm manifesting powers, or you think I am not at all manifesting powers, this is not for me, both are wrong. As long as you cherish the cognition, I am Paramashiva, let Paramashiva manifest through me. That is the right approach to power manifestation. But how do we apply this in our daily life? How exactly can we shift ourselves to this breakthrough? We will learn that now in this session. Let us all enter into the next session where we understand about the logic of power manifestation.
Static matter, dynamic activity. See, static matter means a small stone in your kidney to the Everest mountain. Everything is static matter. Dynamic activity, water flowing in your bathroom tap to the atomic explosion. Everything is dynamic activity. Strategic existence, your ability to generate a will, is what I call strategic existence. Your existence which goes on strategizing beyond your expectation. Just put the will on this cognition. With all my will, I strategically declare. Dynamic activity, static matter is my extension. There is no boundary. I can do what I want with it. I am the ultimate over both. Understand? Now the truth I declared to you all, you can paraphrase multiple understandings which comes out of this cognition. That is the source of power manifestation. This is the logi of power manifestation. All of you understand? So the essence of this session, static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, is one and the same. My strategic existence has power over everything. It may be repetitive, but please put this again as a status. This as your status. This is your state. This is your real status. Fundamentally, I am working on your biomemory. Your means core of your cognitions, where understandings about you and life is stored. I am just working on that cognitions and adding the higher cognitions for them to manifest. If your body is detoxified, just like that it can manifest. The manifestation will be just fantastic. That is why I am insisting so much on detoxification. Being healthy, I can make you manifest more powers. Being healthy helps you to manifest more powers. But somehow you have so much of attachment to being sick. No, the food you choose, the lifestyle you choose, habits you choose, you just search for the habits, food style, lifestyle which will destroy your health, and you start developing liking for them. Our manifestation happens from the space of oneness, and oneness becomes your space, source. Only when you decide to manifest it ferociously, giving a statement to your body and mind, simply they have to listen to your declaration, your will, is Saucha and Santosha. In Niyama, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, Saucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhananicha. Saucha means cleanliness, Santosha means being happy. Fundamentally, Mahadeva says that depth of space, understand, he says very clearly, Kala, Yama, cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. But as long as it is only your imagination, visualization, declaration, Kala, Yama can bring tiredness and boredom to you. When you are manifesting powers, if you become tired or bored, understand still oneness is only up to the declaration level for you, depth level for you. It has not yet become your space. You need to know at least it has not yet become your space, so we can start doing something to make it as your space. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, You are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. Understand? You can take it rightly, wrongly, good, bad. I am giving you fundamental principles. If you manage not to get tired or bored living in this body, you can live as long as you want. That is what Bhishma has mastered. Bhishma has mastered his hormones. The brahmacharya. See, why this brahmacharya practice, ability to master your hormones and chemicals. The most powerful chemistry happening in you is your hormonal gush, means the male or female hormonal gush. If you can stand that with your will persistence, you can handle any chemistry in your system, any chemical changes or hormonal changes. A brahmachari can produce any chemicals he need inside his body. He has achieved that mastery. That is the reason his father blesses him. Let you become Icha Mrityu. Even if Santanu has not given the boon, Bhishma would have lived as long as he wants. Because of the power of brahmacharya. With Santanu's blessing, it is now sealed boon, power. Understand? If you remove the effect of yama, time on you, you can exist forever in that space. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Tiredness and boredom does not get broken by cute romance. Puppy, puppy. Oh, cutie pee. Cutie pee, puppy, all will get only pee. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to digest oneness. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. This is the first lesson for all the Mahasadashivoham participants and Sadashivoham participants, inner awakening participants, or anybody who wants to manifest powers. Power manifestation happens from the space of oneness, and oneness becomes your space, source, only when you decide to manifest it ferociously. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. Time dimension does not get opened by any technique, practice, practice QTP level, time opens and lets the visualization, declaration become part of your space only by ferociousness. The more and more you declare Sadashivoham and manifest what you want in your life out of this declaration, the more and more you become part of his secret life. Just by the power of declaration of Sadashivoham, make the body as you want. Just by the power of declaration of Sadashivoham, make the mind as you want. Just by the power of declaration of Sadashivoham, make the life as you want. The more and more you declare and manifest your life as you want, you become part of his secret life. He reveals the most secret of the secrets out of which the cosmos functions. Life functions through you. Declare with all your will Sadashivoham and manifest what you want in your life. If I am Sadashiva, this is the way I want my life, let me manifest it. Then suddenly you will see the secret, how things manifest, why they manifest, when they manifest, when not, why they do, why they don't, starts getting revealed in you. You become part of his secret life. Only if you declare and start manifesting it without blaming anybody, without putting the responsibility on somebody, when you start, you become part of his secret life. The secrets through which the cosmos functions is revealed to you. When you understand why he does what he does, you just fall in love with him to the extreme and feel the oneness with him. I know why he does what he does. That is why I am so complete with him. I am so one with him. If I am given his space, I'll exactly do what he is doing. If I am given his space, I will do exactly what he is doing. The moment I realized I was given his place and space, this is Mahadeva Rahasya. The moment you have a seeking, you are authorized to declare Sadashivoham and manifest oneness and all the experiences, powers of that oneness with Sadashiva. Start manifesting it. Your declaration is powerful enough, and Sadashiva is waiting to fulfill it, waiting to manifest through you. Do it. Now you understand why I gave those examples and made you do the homework? Tahara Kasha. Along with the power manifestation, I am programming this whole thing inside you as a powerful cognition. See, goal is actually you manifesting powerful cognitions only. Power manifestation is to inspire you to manifest powerful cognitions. And it is not that it is something wrong. And Mahadeva, such amazing software developer, his whole system is only to the level of enlightenment you will manifest powers. Because it is from there he is making you manifest. See, in the Yoga Vedanta Sampradaya, towards enlightenment you manifest powers. But here, from the grounding of enlightenment you manifest powers. So the whole software Shaktipada is different. If you go to a guru who says, it is from established groundedness of Sadashivatva, the powers manifest. Understand? When you become Shiva, Shakti manifests in you. That's all. When you listen to this truth and manifest powers, this is your Shaktipada and this is your reality. So you need to be very clear from where you are getting Shaktipada. Even though there is no independent individual energy exists, you have soul only when you manifest powers. Now that is what is the conclusion. Now let's come to the point, what is will persistence and what is will? Listen, will is not astra, it is shastra. I'll explain these two concepts. Astra means a weapon loaded, pre-planned, pre-programmed, and operated. Shastra means power is generated and immediately released, is Shastra. Will cannot be programmed earlier and kept and used. No. Now you generate and you release. The good news is, does not need training. Will. To manifest will persistence. Understand, Mahadeva very clearly says, state, space, manifestation, all the three does not need pre-training, because it is fundamentally based on the space. Will power, will persistence is enough. Means you deciding now, from now what I want to do only matters. Till now what I have done does not matter. Womanizer, Arunagirinathar, not Arunagiri Yogeshwarar, Arunagirinathar, who lived in Tiruvannamalai, he gets Kailasa Padavi. Conclusion of these truths I am sharing with you, you do not need pre-training for power manifestation. Now if you decide, Swamiji says, life is continuous rhythm, rhythmic continuum. I have option either to cognize with my own capacity. I have one more option, till I cognize, because he cognized and he will do only good to me. I am deciding to vote for him and cognize this. With this strength, let me start acting out what I am supposed to act out from this cognition. Is initiation. How many of you are getting? That is what is Shaktipada. See, life is rhythmic continuum. You can realize only if you die 3 times and see. See, this life is continuous rhythm. Once you manifest the powers associated with that understanding, that powerful cognitions, then your self-doubt, all that doesn't matter. Your being cognizes, hey, this is the truth. Your being just grasps. Your logic do not know, but your being acts it out is what is falling in love. You will fall in love with these higher cognitions. Nothing can be done. You just know this is the way you are going to be. You will not bother about anything else. How many of you are catching what I am saying? That falling in love with higher cognitions. An acharya should be authoritative enough, authentic enough to present this proposal and make the ball roll. Because now you are going to get into the virtuous circle. One higher cognition, one power manifestation, then because of that more trust on the more higher cognition, and more trust means more power manifestation. That's virtuous circle. Whatever powerfulness is invoked in you, that evolves as moksha. Your inner space should be hit with the idea life is continuous rhythm. Understand? Hit your Takara Kasha with understanding life is continuous rhythm, powers will start manifesting. See, I tell you, all your thoughts either manifest powerlessness or power. It cannot just be dead. No. It cannot be your retired mother-in-law. Mother-in-law, even retired, cannot keep quiet. Indian mother-in-laws especially. Indian mother-in-law cannot keep quiet even after retirement. Any thought invoked or provoked in you cannot keep quiet. It has to generate powerfulness or powerlessness. Hitting your inner space powerfully with the sacred truth, life is continuous rhythm. Akanda means unbroken. Kanda means broken. Akanda means unbroken. You may think, how can power manifest if I just think life is continuous rhythm? It will manifest because I am telling you to do that. Because you never understood power of your will. You always have been clouded. Its effect on you. When you declare life is continuous rhythm, fundamentally what happens, suddenly your gear is shifted to consciousness. If you are a body, life cannot be continuous rhythm. If life is continuous rhythm, then who you are? Consciousness. That is when it hits your inner space and makes you manifest powers and powerful cognitions. Understand, when you are generating a will, if you remember your consciousness, that will becomes reality. Mama sangalpam Shiva sangalpamastu. Let my will become Sadashiva's will. When it will become? If you are consciousness. You may think all this can happen just by thinking. Life is continuous rhythm. Shifts your existence from body, mind to consciousness. So, from that moment, before any clouding starts in you, the will you generate starts manifesting powers. How many of you are catching what I am saying? See, if again cloud comes and you remember your body, your mind, and your husband, your wife, your man, you are this, you are that, then all mama sangalpam, kada sangalpam astu. The idea of not enough pulls you out of your conscious space. You cannot do anything directly about that. Forget about it. But from conscious gear, when you declare some will persistence and manifest powers, your inner space starts enjoying and romancing with that idea, your consciousness. See, my only job is I need to create a cherished romance inside you about your conscious existence or conscious part of you. That's all is my job. Are you all getting? See, you have a lot of cherished romance about you existing as your body, you existing as your mind. I need to generate and make you cherish the romance of you existing as consciousness. This whole power manifestation drama is that's all, nothing else. Generating romance and letting you cherish with the idea you are consciousness, you are Mahadeva, you are Sadashiva. When I say conscious, you can use the word super conscious and super conscious or whatever. How many are feeling this? Life is continuous rhythm is a very powerful way of ironing out your whole inner space. From the various angles, I am trying to iron it out. Ishwaratva is the superconscious DNA I'm going to manifest in all of you and make the superconscious mutation happen. First, drop getting terrorized by becoming large. When I am infusing superconscious DNA of Paramashiva in you, so much expansion, you get terrorized. You get, oh God, it is too much. So you pick up one small thing which did not manifest. Like your diabetes, sugar did not come down. You pick up that and go on harping on that to make you feel, oh, expansion is not too much. It's all under control. You are still a human. Listen to every word. First, how many of you feel too much expansion is happening? It's really making you feel overwhelmed. Raise your hand. These people feeling overwhelmed with too much of expansion, too much of manifestation, overwhelmed. Raise your hand. And to stop feeling overwhelmed, again to feel restricted small human being, you start picking up some small things which is not yet manifested and continuously put yourself down. How many of you are playing this game? Putting yourself down. No. I'm okay. Things are under my control. I'm still human. Let me not expand too much. Let me not lose my territory too much. Let me not lose my identity too much. Listen. Drop both. Drop getting overwhelmed. Drop self-beating. Drop both. Sit as Ishvara now. I am not asking you to visualize. I am asking you, see it very clearly. What you want is happening as your future. Your fear of what you want happening will be blown away. You all may think, oh, no. I'm only greedy about what I want should happen. No. You are afraid what all you want may happen. I am telling you, you don't need to believe. I am telling you the truth. I am not interested in listening to your argument. I am giving the judgment because I know you more than you know you. I am telling the truth directly. You are really afraid of all you want happening as your future. That's the truth. You feel, oh God, if everything happens, whatever I want, what will happen? Life, oh. Your comfortable, silly-fied zone will be blown away. Understand? There is a worm sitting inside that small shell. And if you frighten that worm, hey, if you become butterfly, how will you eat? Here at least, your food is guaranteed. Inside the shell itself, you have a food. And nobody can attack you. If you become butterfly, how will you save yourself? What will you eat? I tell you, trying to suppress human beings without letting them taste off the grid life is the greatest conspiracy. I tell you, all the best things, when you are young, learn to live off the grid. The powerfulness that brings inside you. After that, even if you are hooked to the grid will be at your feet, not you will be at the feet of the grid. After that, nothing can bind you. With surrender, the first thing you will experience is your desires and fears will get matured. And they will completely disappear. That is different. That is the ultimate experience. But the moment you start practicing surrender, your desires and fears will start getting matured. Your anxiety, your fear, whatever emotions with which you are struggling, your incompletions, all these will start getting matured. You may not have incompletion with the people who are living with you or with the day-to-day life. You may have incompletion with incompletion itself, that why I am not able to complete you. That can never be equated to the incompletion you are having with the next person because she did not smile at you or he did not smile at you, they did not respond to you, they poured water on you. Your incompletion about they poured water on you is totally different than your incompletion about incompletion, that why still you are not able to complete. I can say here, even your incompletion and anxiety has become more matured. See, ultimately this incompletion will disappear. That is experience. But even maturity shows the growth. The moment you start practicing surrender, the first thing will happen to you is maturity in your desires, in your anxiety, in your fears, in your greed, in your everything. I tell you, live with the people who are matured. You will love the life. You will love the life. This whole prayer, you see, such matured prayer, matured surrender. If you are surrendering to somebody to save your life or to have 2 square meal, it is stupid surrender. You are becoming slave. If you are surrendering to somebody, asking for enlightenment, leading you to beyond coming and going, birth and death, that is matured surrender. Even in surrender, there is maturity. The context, understand? That is why I always insist. Some people use me only as an orphanage head. Very few use me as the head of a monastery, Guru Maha Sannidhanam. Understand? Your surrender, your fear, your anxiety, your desire, everything will get matured the moment you start practicing surrender. Surrender smokes out all your hypocrisy. It just smokes out all your hypocrisy. Celebrate your desires getting matured. Celebrate your fears getting matured. Celebrate your anxieties getting matured. Celebrate your decisions getting matured. Celebrate your vision getting matured. You will celebrate surrender. Because in real surrender, spiritual surrender, understand, relaxing into the truth, the origin is intelligence, gives you the tremendous freedom from the feeling you always carry. You are not given justice. Please understand, in the whole world, every person who has a mind feels he is not given justice. Don't think. How can you say a statement like this, Swamiji? Every person. I tell you, every person. I mean it. I am not exaggerating. Even though usually I do, in this statement I am not doing. I am making it very clear. I am not saying whether you are feeling you are not given justice can be justified by your logic or not. That is dependent on your logic, which can support that argument. But anybody who has a mind feels he is not given justice. If you think origin is matter, you will never be able to heal that feeling. You are not given justice. You are not given all the chances you are worthy of. You are not shown all the possibilities you needed to be. You always grudge, grumble, suffer. I tell you, if you understand It is independent intelligence which is source. Suddenly the healing effect, whatever is happening is justice. Don't worry. Telling you, in my inner space, I am completely relaxed because I know the source is intelligence, not matter. It is not dead matter, which is running based on some arithmetic automated computer or arithmetic logic. No. It is intelligence. So when you know it is intelligence which is source of the universe, origin of your existence, the tremendous healing in your feeling, the tremendous trust to live, the tremendous trust to exist, tremendous joy to be. I tell you, that is the greatest thing which can happen to any human being. Joy to be, joy to exist, feeling you are given the worthy justice. Your source is an intelligence. It is not a dead matter, chaotic happening. Understand? What I am talking is not a kind of a belief or a faith. Again and again and again when you hear, it becomes almost like a hypnotized theory. No. Source is matter is hypnotizing theory. Not source is consciousness. Source is consciousness is experiential theory. First of all, you need to consciously spend time in listening and internalizing to come to the conclusion. Yes, my consciousness is alive only because of super consciousness. It is alive because it is extension of the super consciousness. If not, it cannot be alive. Because it is in the shade of Mahasadashiva, it is alive. Otherwise, it cannot be alive. You should only stand with the conscious conclusion, and all the ups and downs you are going through while holding on to that conclusion and proceeding with your life with one attitude of Tyaga. If I manifest these powers, I will accept I am Sadashiva. Otherwise, I am not going to. No. With Sadashiva, only one attitude works: prayer. No bargaining. No bargaining works with Sadashiva. Other than prayer, nothing else works. Nothing else works. Any business transaction, any bargain, just these two instructions. Of course, Arunagiri Yogeshwara taught so much. I'll reveal some of the Uttama, best instructions. First thing he said, manifest powerful cognitions and intensely do dharana, dhyana, samadhi on it. When I say powerful cognitions, like I am consciousness is powerful cognition. I am body is powerless cognition. I am body also is powerful cognition. Understand, I am giving the examples. I am body is powerless cognition. I am body also is powerful cognition. I am consciousness is powerful cognition. Collection of the bunch of powerful cognitions is Sankhya Yoga. Kapila compiled all the powerful cognitions together and presented to the world as the Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya Shastra, Sankhya Darshana. Listen. If you start manifesting powerful cognitions with the intense dharana, dhyana, samadhi, for example, I'll give you one powerful cognition. You are Paramashiva. Whatever you feel as I is Paramashiva. Understand, what you manifest as I may not be Paramashiva. You may manifest the idea your body is I, but you are feeling what you feel as I is Paramashiva. Listen carefully. You may tell the whole world you are this. You are, I am this person, I am a lawyer, I am an engineer, I am a doctor. That may be powerless cognition. That may not be Paramashiva. But what you really feel as you is Paramashiva. Listen carefully, precisely. If you decide you are Paramashiva, inhale and exhale with that powerful cognition you are Paramashiva, that is pranayama. Let your whole inner space be withdrawn into this one cognition you are Paramashiva, that is pratyahara. Let your whole inner space flow with this one truth, powerful cognition. You are Paramashiva, that is dharana. Let your whole inner space be centered, feel full, that you are Paramashiva, that is dhyana. Let your whole inner space be absorbed and disappear, dissolved into the powerful cognition you are Paramashiva, that is samadhi. You need to decide to behave with yourself as Paramashiva. You need to be convinced. Blessed are those who are able to convince themselves that they are ultimate. Means they are able to cross the last delusion of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. I tell you, bhakti should be the expression of the gratitude and powerfulness of everything you have been given, not from the attitude that you are separate from the source. Understand? I overflow with gratitude and bhakti to my Guru, not because I am separate from him, but because he made me realize he is me. Understand? The right understanding. Listen very carefully. The identity you carry in the waking state, identity you carry in the deep sleep state, identity you carry in the dream state, identity you carry in Turiya state, and identity you experience in Turiyatita state. In all the 25 states of consciousness, each identity is independent. The moment you realize the undercurrent of all these 25 identities, your pure consciousness, which is the source of you and which is Paramashivam, all the 25 heads, 25 identities gets integrated. That is why Paramashiva is always described with the 25 heads. Means, who has realized his 25 identity is in oneness with his source consciousness, pure Paramashiva, ultimate. As long as your identities play separate games, without getting integrated to the source, you continue to remain in suffering. When you are ready to cross your self-doubt, understand, courage to cross the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred is tapas, vairagya. Ferociousness you need to cross your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt is called tapas. It can be psychological ferociousness, it can be physical ferociousness, it can be ferociousness to detoxify your system, ferociousness to break from patterns, ferociousness to break from addictions, ferociousness to manifest the higher understandings, ferociousness to live the higher understandings. It can be anything. Understand? The ferociousness to cross the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, to reach you are one with Paramashiva is tapas. Blessed are those who decide they are one with Paramashiva, who cognize they are one with Paramashiva, because other than him nothing else can exist. If something else can exist other than him, then he cannot exist. He is the only Purusha. There cannot be anything other than oneness. That is why it is oneness. So if you feel you exist, you are only Paramashiva. You exist only as Paramashiva. Any other identity you assume is assumption. Understand? Nothing else can exist. And nothing else exists. Demand everything to be Paramashiva. I tell you, that is what is manifesting the state of Paramashiva. Deciding, declaring yourself as Paramashiva to yourself, intensely demanding yourself to be Paramashiva by yourself. I tell you, from my Atma Pramana, when the surrender happened, when I decided the enriching to be the first part, component of my life, that be the powerful cognitions to drive me. I saw authenticity, responsibility, integrity, everything following. When I decided I'll spread what Paramashiva did to me, I will share that to the world and start enriching the world with Paramashiva, his being, who is he, and his state, his space, his powers, his being and his superconsciousness. I saw responsibility, authenticity, integrity, everything was following. If you want to experience surrender, start enriching. Then everything else just follows. If you want sudden enlightenment, make the enriching as your basic cognition. If you want gradual enlightenment, go through integrity. Integrity means aligning all the words you utter inside and outside to the reality. Start. Then authenticity. Start. Then responsibility. Start. Then enriching. Start.
Yes, Anandam. Swamiji has revealed some of the most important truths to all of us. Starting with understanding today, whole day, starting with understanding from what is Mahakailasa, the space, Kailasa Loka, understanding about how we exist, the identity of ours, and then understanding about power manifestation and what is the logic of power manifestation, understanding about leadership consciousness, awakening leadership consciousness, having the darshan of Mahakailasa, and understanding about active ego, passive ego, manifesting the powers over silicon devices. We have learned a lot today. And most importantly, being your own boss.
And we had such an amazing darshan today. So, how was today's day for all of you? How did each one of you enjoy today's day? And how many of you are going to invite your friends for tomorrow? See, take a few minutes to share this amazing experience. This Swamiji has made it available completely free of cost for everyone. See, understand it's a $21,000 program, which is having such amazing things put together, amazingly designed, and so profound, being made available completely for free. Imagine and see what importance it is for humanity. Swamiji is doing this because it's so needed for humanity today. And it's important that every one of us here take up the responsibility. I'm seeing that many people feel like, yeah, I would invite, definitely I would invite, probably a little later. I am not really confident to talk to my friends. I don't know what they're going to say about it. Okay, I do see some of you smiling. See, understand, don't worry about all those problems. Any of you have struggled, feel free to reach out to us. There's the ID through which you're seeing us. You can actually write it as a direct message to us if you don't want to put it in everyone. We can help you and guide you. But understand this responsibility when you take, once you become consciously empowered. Understand, leadership consciousness only starts when you start involving with others' lives with consciousness. Only then the real leadership consciousness starts flowering in us. Take some time. Even though I understand it's like a long day, all of you have been sitting here and so many of you have been here without like moving off from your screen. So I understand that. I understand like you're trying to juggle between all of your busy schedules and trying your best to not miss out any sessions. I really understand that and appreciate that sincerity each of you are showing for your personal transformation. Take it to the next level. Push it to the next level. Share it with people. Tomorrow, take it up as a challenge. Each of you should be inviting more people to join you. Understand, Swamiji is making it available completely for free. The main reason being, none of the obstacles can be there for people to experience this time, because right now, it's not a luxury. It's not even something that people just have to want. It's a necessity. Today, if there's so much of attacks happening, imagine 6-year-old child uses a gun to kill people. It's happening everywhere. Terrorism, war, violence, and climate crisis. Literally every day there is some wildfire, flood at some part of the world. It's become like as if it's our lifestyle. This cannot be. This cannot be. Your consciousness is powerful to stop it. But the collective consciousness needs to increase. The collective consciousness has a power. We have had multiple experiments conducted where just by in a group, when a group of meditators have gone to each place, and when they meditated, when they did this Mahamantra meditation, we have seen significant decrease in crime rates. Like this, many organizations have also conducted and established scientifically. And
a leader is a person who brings a change in the collective consciousness by taking responsibility for the collective consciousness of the society. So let us all take a step towards it. Please invite, welcome at least 5 people. Take responsibility to bring them. Take responsibility to make sure that they are having the experience so that they have a shift, they have a breakthrough.
So I just want to request all of you, whoever feels like, yes, we really need to save the planet, it starts with increasing the collective consciousness. The collective negativity is too high. When the negativity takes over completely, then there's no other choice but the end of the world. But we have an avatar whose divine intervention can save this planet, and all of us together have the power. Start enriching. It is real necessity that people need to come out of their negativity that they're stuck in, self-destruction, or the patterns, the suffering. So we request all of you, tomorrow we are going to be having a very, very, very special initiation.
Tomorrow is the day where we're going to be understanding the higher sciences like unclutching, Navakhanda Yoga Samadhi, and also we're going to be having these very powerful processes where Swamiji is going to be raising our frequency to the highest consciousness.
And this is going to directly impact the collective consciousness. Whoever feels responsible, saying that, yes, I'm going to take responsibility for this, take it up as a challenge and share this with people. And invite as many people as possible for tomorrow, especially tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be about raising the frequency of your consciousness. All right, with this, we've come to the conclusion of today's day. Hope all of you enjoyed it. Let's now conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining with us today. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.